What if the sun just turned off? I'm not talking about an eclipse or a solar flare or anything like that. I'm talking about what would happen if the sun, our life-giving star, just went out like a light bulb in the middle of the night. It may seem impossible to imagine a world without the sun, but it is a real possibility. Astronomers say there's a chance that in a few billion years, the sun will run out of fuel and our lives on Earth will change dramatically. But for now, it's just a hypothetical scenario we can explore through science. So let's say the sun did go out. How long would it stay dark? The answer depends on how fast light travels from the sun to Earth. Light takes about 8 minutes to reach us from the sun. So if the sun were to turn off right now, we wouldn't know about it until 8 minutes had passed. But once we saw that the sun was, in fact, out like a light bulb, panic would likely ensue. And then people would start wondering how long this darkness would last. The next 8 minutes would feel very long indeed. But after that, it wouldn't get any darker. It would just get colder. Since the sun is the biggest energy source for our planet, its light and warmth reach every corner of the Earth. Its rays penetrate the clouds, and even the ground absorbs some of its energy. That energy is then re-emitted as heat. Without the sun, these energy reserves would slowly begin to deplete. At first, people might not notice the temperature difference. After all, the sun isn't the only source of heat. Geothermal energy and the Earth's atmosphere both contribute to keeping our planet warm enough to support life. But the sun does contribute a significant amount of heat. If the sun were to go out, the average global temperature would drop by about 1 degree Celsius or 2 degrees Fahrenheit per day. In 1 week, the average global temperature would be about 7 degrees lower. But within a month, the temperature would drop to around -18 degrees Celsius or 0 Fahrenheit. In just 3 months, most of the Earth would become as cold as the North Pole during winter. Our water would freeze, our crops would die, and most of the animals on the planet would also die. If the sun didn't turn back on, Earth's core would eventually cool down too, meaning the end of all life on Earth as we know it. The Earth would continue to orbit the sun as usual, but no light or heat would ever reach us again. Our planet would turn into a frozen, lifeless rock, orbiting a dead star. So while the sun going out is just a hypothetical scenario, it does raise an important question. Should we be doing more to protect our planet and its life-giving star? The sun provides us with energy, light, and warmth. It makes life on Earth possible. We can protect the sun by reducing our carbon footprint. When we burn fossil fuels, we're releasing harmful gases into the atmosphere, which trap heat and could eventually cause the sun to burn out. By reducing our carbon footprint, we can help to keep the sun shining brightly for billions of years to come. It's hard to imagine our lives without the sun. In addition to providing us with the energy we need to survive, it also affects our moods and even the seasons. If the sun were to go out, our planet would become a frozen wasteland. But fortunately, it's not likely to happen anytime soon. The sun is about halfway through its life cycle and it is not expected to run out of fuel for another 5 billion years. So we've got plenty of time to enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. Just think about it. Every time you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin or see its beautiful rays shining through the trees, you're experiencing something truly special. If you live in a big city, you probably won't notice much of the stars because of light pollution. But if you live in a rural area, you'll notice that the sky is filled with stars. If the sun were to go out, you would be able to see the Milky Way, too. The Milky Way is our galaxy. And from Earth, it looks like a band of stars stretching across the sky. If the sun were to go out, it would be very dark on Earth. We would still be able to see the stars and planets, though.